Hi, Alpha, how are they? In this video, I'm going to be discussing Nigerian fitness diet plan. Okay, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can lose weight, how you can tone up, how you can get toned, get strong like me. If, even while you're still eating your eba, your amala, and your delicious Nigerian meal. Okay, I know you love your Nigerian meals. What I'm going to do in this video is to teach you how you can still enjoy your lovely meals and still stay fit. Okay, so pay attention. Okay. How do you understand your fitness goals? Nice and simple. There are three main goals people have when it comes to fitness and diet. The first one is weight loss. Now, if you're on a weight loss journey, the main thing you have to understand about your diet is that you need to be burning more calories every day than you're taking. Okay, so no matter what you're taking, you want to know that you're burning more calories on average each day that you're taking. That's nice and simple. So you want to be on calorie deficit, okay? Now, if you're trying to gain muscle mass, you're going to be on calorie surplus, but you will be on the good calories, okay? So you're going to be having more protein, more veg, more fiber, more of the good stuff each day than you burn, okay? So muscle gain, you should be having calorie surplus, but the good calories. Now, if you're trying to maintain your body composition like me right now, what I'm doing is just maintaining what I have, okay, which is more portion control, more balanced diet and everything, okay? So three main fitness goals: weight loss, calorie deficit, muscle gain, calorie surplus, and if you're trying to maintain, you just keep it nice and balanced, okay? So before we go forward in this video, you need to understand what your fitness goals are. That would help you understand how to plan your diet going forward. So, a little bit of a secret for you: you do not have to stop eating your swallows. You just have to understand how much your body needs. So let's break down the common Nigerian meals. And the number one of all the number one of all the Nigerian meals is jollof rice. Okay. Now, regardless of your fitness goals, if you're going to be having jollof rice, if you're going to be cooking it yourself, you should always go for the less starchy option, which is basmati rice. Okay, so always go for basmati rice first. It's less starchy than the normal rice that we have growing up. And the second thing you need to do is, please try not to drown your food in oil. You don't need that much oil, okay? So if you can, reduce the amount of oil you have in your food. And the third thing you can do to reduce the amount of calories in your jollof rice is having grilled chicken. So you grill your chicken or you grill your fish, whatever you're having, instead of frying that as well, you grill them, okay? This ways you can make sure you reduce the amount of calories in your plate of jollof rice in total, and it's as delicious and as nice as any jollof rice and chicken. Is it true that you shouldn't have oil in your food, especially palm oil? No, that's not true. Again, the amount of palm oil you have in your food, when you can control that, you should control that, okay? Secondly, you do not have to have foreign meal. You do not have to have Oyinbo people's meal to lose weight or to achieve your fitness goal. You can absolutely enjoy your Nigerian meal and achieve your fitness goal. Soup. Let's talk about soup. What do you have with your swallows? Always go for things like efo riro, egusi with some efo in it, and ogbono. All this kind of soup have some nice vegetables inside them that would help regardless of your fitness goals, okay? And you should always try to add fiber into your soup as well. So things like you blend ugu, you blend spinach, just add some, nice fiber into your meals. And in terms of the meat or the trophy you have with your soup, I would always say to go for things like chicken and turkey and fish instead of red meat, okay? Always go for those three other options first, if you can, instead of red meat when you can. Now, let's talk about your swallows, your fufu, your eba, your amala, okay? Now, what you can do with your swallow, regardless of your fitness goals, is to kind of watch your portion size. Honestly, when we eat, the amount of swallow we have on our plate is too much. You do not need that much swallow. You don't have to eat till you're full all the time, okay? So what you can do going forward, regardless of your fitness goals, is to watch your portion size, okay? Especially if you're having it for dinner, watch how much you eat. If you're not going to use the energy from that carbs at night when you're going to bed, you shouldn't be eating that much swallow at night, okay? So with your swallow, my advice for you is to watch your portion size. For a grown-up adult like me, you don't need more than maybe one of this and a half, so one fist size of swallow, and maybe a little bit more. You don't need more than that. You don't need to eat till you're full all the time. Meal prep. how do you meal prep? How do you plan your meal for the week? Now, whether you live in Nigeria or you live in the diaspora, there's so many factors that could affect your ability to meal prep. If you can meal prep, first thing is always make sure you buy your food in bulk. So you have a lot of options, and it's nice to meal prep as well because you have full control over what you eat and the content in your food. Now, the first thing you need to understand if you're going to plan your meal is your goals. Okay, if you're trying to lose weight, you should know what your plate should look like. Okay, and what time you should be eating what. If you're trying to lose weight, you should always have less carbs in your meals. If you can, cut out carbs altogether if it's possible, especially for dinner. Okay, if you can reduce your carbs to once a day, have your carbs once a day, and you should be for either your breakfast or your lunch. For your dinner, you want to cut out carbs altogether, and at some point, you want to try to have just one portion of carbs a day. That's if you're trying to lose weight. Okay, and if you're trying to gain muscle mass, you should still have your carbs. You should have more protein and more veg, but you should still have your carbs because that's going to be your source of energy. You should always maybe try to have your carbs before you train. That gives you that energy to use to train. So think of your carbs as a source of energy before you train. And after you train, you'll have more protein, which is your recovery, where you get your amino acids, help your muscles recover and everything. And also have your fibers with the vegetables. And if you're trying to just maintain, you should just keep your food nice and balanced, okay? So when you meal prep, you should understand how to portion your meals, okay? Like I said, if you're trying to lose weight, you should have more veg, be more protein, less carbs. If you're trying to gain muscle mass, a lot of protein, like I said, you're going to be having surplus of protein, a lot of veg, and you should be having your normal carbs as well. But have your carbs before you train, if you can. If you're still going to have carbs after you train, maybe a little bit less. And if you're trying to just maintain your body composition, just balance your meals. Now, for Nigerians in the diaspora, you should always have this smart substitute you use for your meal. If you cannot find ugu, you can use spinach in your meals. And instead of having yam, you can always have sweet potato. And instead of frying your food, you should, if you have access to air fryer, you should use air fryer, or you should grill your meat and your fish and all of that. Okay, this is a good substitute for you guys that live in the diaspora. Nice. Let's talk about your snacks. What kind of snacks should you be having depending on your fitness goals? Now, we've got so many nice snacks in Nigeria. As Nigerians, we enjoy the best snacks, I think. And for me personally, it's very easy to look at someone like me and think, this guy looks fit, he doesn't eat the bad stuff. I love all the snacks and I eat every single one of them. Honestly, you won't believe how much snacks I have. I love my asun, I love suya, I love meat pie. I don't even have a favorite snack, but I know when to eat what, okay? So usually on a regular day, if I'm gonna have snacks, I would have my meat pie as my source of energy, as my pre-workout. So I have my meat pie maybe 1 hour before I train. The good thing about meat pie as well is it doesn't fill you up too much. You don't feel that food coma you feel after you eat things like eba and amala, okay? So meat pie is absolutely amazing if you're trying to gain muscle mass. Now, things like asun, really, really nice. You've got all the meat, you've got the spice, you can have that after you train. So you have the source of protein, you have some vegetables in it as well. So if you're trying to gain muscle mass and you're trying to lose weight, you can still have asun after you work out, okay? Things like suya. Suya is great, but if you're trying to lose weight, you should be careful and watch how much oil you sprinkle on your suya and how much sauce in it, okay? If you're gonna have your suya, maybe reduce the amount of oil you sprinkle in it and also have it with some vegetables, okay? Puff puff is nice, but it's too oily. This is why I personally don't like puff puff. It's just too oily. You have puff puff, your hand is full of oil. You look like you've dig your hand in anointing oil. You know, you don't need that much oil, which is why I don't like it. But for Nigerians in the diaspora, if you have access to air fryer, you can air fry your puff puff, and it's still as nice. I've tried air fried puff puff before, and it's absolutely lovely. Okay, things like shawarma as well. If you make your own shawarma yourself, you can have grilled meat and chicken in it instead of having the fried stuff. So there's so many ways you can enjoy your Nigerian snacks, your delicious snacks, and still achieve your fitness goals. Okay, you don't have to stop eating your Nigerian food to achieve your fitness goals, regardless of your fitness goals. Okay, so enjoy your snacks, but just know when to have your snack and what type of snacks you should be having. I love everything, and I'm still gonna continue to have everything forever and ever. So I hope you found this video useful. I hope you now understand that you do not have to abandon your delicious Nigerian meals to achieve your fitness goals. I hope you also understand what kind of meal you should be having, what kind of snacks you should be having, what time you should have what, how to meal prep. I've explained this in this video, but there's so much option. There's so many food we have in Nigeria that I cannot discuss all of them in this video. So comment below and tell me what meal you want me to focus on next, and I'm going to explain in details in my next videos, okay? You can achieve your fitness goals while you're still enjoying your lovely Nigerian meals. I'm always going to have my Nigerian meals, always and always forever. I love them too much, okay? So, good luck with your fitness goals, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Odabo. Adios.